Chris does go out of the pit lane in P6.
So I think we should have the stream back on now. Hopefully, got no idea what's happened there, but thank you V12 if you're still watching to say that you'd lost us.
Classic YouTube moment.
Indeed, a very typical YouTube moment, but I think we should be back on now. If I can share that link back out to everybody in our Discord. But yeah, we're back going. You keep going. I'm just going to share the link.
Of course, yeah. Chris Charlo coming out of the pit lane in P6. Got in behind Chris Char in front of Voodoo. 48 seconds now off the pace. Matt 237. 17 now, 18 seconds clear at the front. Very much running away with this now. Big Crazy Birdie as well is being reeled in now by ATC Dog. The gap there has come down to 3 seconds. Dog does get a slightly poorer exit though out of Ascari. But Bertie has taken fresh tyres, as has Matt.
And that's a very interesting observation because, as we said at the start, that the tyres should last to the end of the race. I'm looking at right now at see, well, Matt's got new tyres, but you look at ATC Dog, his tyres are barely worn. They could probably do another 2 or 3 race lengths.
Yeah, but I think ATC Dog may have taken fresh tyres on his first stop though. Because if you look further back at Kakalele and Chris RT90, their tyres are starting to look rather worse for wear.
Ah, I see. Well, it possibly even could just be maybe just want a bit of confidence. Of course, Matt and Bertie with quite an advantage over the rest of the pack anyway, so it's probably just good for as an insurance policy, really.
Potentially. The two Chris's may well be going at it again, though. Chris Char in the slipstream, 4.5 tenths back from Chris RT90, going down into turn 1. Maybe a little more aggressive there on the brakes, though, Chris Char. I think he might be starting to turn the screw a little.
Let's have a look. Well, he's got fresh tyres, so I think this will definitely be helping him into and out of the traction zones. He's got plenty of fuel in the tank as well, to say way more than he needs. But he's going he's going all the way around the outside of Chris. I think this will be a great move.
I think he is. Yeah, I think he might have, because he's now got more fuel. Oh, Chris goes off onto the gravel.
I think that's probably an internet issue because he's
yeah.
This isn't the line we normally expect our drivers to take.
That is, nor is that the speed we.
That might well be a disconnection, I think. And there he goes.
Indeed disconnected. That's a shame.
That is a shame. Exactly. Only 4 laps from the end as well. He'll be gutted because that was a fantastic first start to Academy for Chris R390. But
he will be really annoyed at that. I can picture him effing and blinding away now.
But if you're in the chat and you're not effing and blinding, maybe an F to pay respect would be suitable.
Yeah, the gap between Big Crazy Bertie and ATC Dog, though, the fight for P2 is holding pretty steady now at 3 seconds. I think the slightly fresher tyres that Bertie's got may well be helping him here, just to stave off any attack from Dog.
Yeah, you can see he's much more composed, I think, exiting that first corner. Dog with just a slight hint of a wiggle, I think, on his way out there. But of course, he's managed his tyres very well if they've been the same set since the start. As you say, Cavale's tyres have been quite worn. Do you think Dog's had a new set of tyres?
I think Dog has taken a fresh set at some point.
Well, of course, the tyre change only probably cost you about 2 seconds, so of course, across the course of the race, if it saves you a spin, then 2 seconds might well be worth it eventually.
Quite possibly. I mean, looking at ATC Dog's lap times, he's been maybe a little bit less consistent than Matt 237, but his faster laps have been faster than Matt. So he's got the pace in him. He just needs to reproduce that every lap. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, as we were discussing before, that a 150 is a decent lap time, and anything below that is setting pretty good pace, especially for guys in the academy. So 49.0 there from Matt is a pretty stonking lap. I think V12 in the comments. He's changed name to Tyler V12, that does help. Saying Matt's got this in the bag. I'd assume so, yes.
Barring any major mistakes, I would say, yeah, at this point, Matt 237 can cruise home with his 19 seconds advantage.
Yes, I'd say that's probably 2 spins and a gravel trap to really ruin his race, but I don't see that happening very much.
Yeah. Barring a sudden meeting with our good friend Barry R.
It was on recommendation from Urban Fire.
Indeed.
Oh, goodness me, sorry, I've just cut back to P5 and 4, just in time. Chris Charles with the dive bomb of the century, heading into Parabolica. That was incredible, I just about caught that. Kakalele flashing his lights, not sure if that's maybe controller pad steering, or if he's not very happy. But Chris Charles sent that first class. That was incredible.
He picked the stamp and sent that.
Exactly. Royal Mail might have been on track recently, but Chris Charles definitely wasn't. That was incredible driving there. But Kakalele is still right on his tail, and this mold might go down to the wire. This is a close fought race. Sergeant Colin and Voodoo also very close, following them through the first chicane.
I would have to say that I think whether or not there were some elbows being thrown there, I would have to say I think that move was coming sooner or later anyway. Because Chris Charles with brand new tyres has now gone purple through sector 1.
Oh, absolutely, but it's a hell of a
sim. His last lap was the fastest of the race for 48.3.
That is stonkingly quick there. I think Langster, if you're still watching, get in the gym, son. You've got some work to do.
I would say that extra fuel is really allowing him to turn the screws now.
Kakalele there has really dropped about a second since the first two corners, so he's going to have to try and hold off that 6-second gap to Sergeant Colin, which shouldn't be too hard. Colin has got fresher tyres.
Now, like P7, we got Voodoo and Urbanfire in the slipstream. Almost, it looks like he bumped the back of Voodoo coming down to Serralio towards Ascari.
Or maybe trying not to have a fight before the braking zone, knowing that it's better to stay behind until the start-finish line and take the slipstream from there. I'm not too sure. The Voodoo also dangerously low on fuel, so he might not even make another lap.
Oh, he absolutely won't. With his fuel gauge flashing, he's in the red. He will not make another lap with that tank.
And he's probably burnt a lot of that fuel trying to get out of the gravel track following his earlier incident, but this is only holding up Urban Fire, and we know that the guys ahead of him could make a mistake. That would be him in the top 5. But I think he's just got to wait for Voodoo to pull out the way, which he does
Voodoo
now.
Does pull into the pit lane. I think it's all going to come undone for our American friend here.
Well, it's a shame to see Voodoo's race go out right in the final lap, but I think hopefully just a splash and dash and see him see to the end of the race. Let's have a look through the pack. Is there any more fighting going on? I can't quite see. I think this is still at max at 17 seconds. He's got this one in the bag by a country mile.
Voodoo taking 17% of fuel. Does come out in P10. He's got acres of time back to Matthew Francis at P11. 35 seconds to gap.
I think our two closest drivers are Urban Fire and Sergeant Cullen. Sergeant Cullen with muchly worn tyres and a drip less fuel. This could well be a battle towards the very end of the lap as we are eking at the final few minutes.
Urban Fire going quite aggressively through the second chicane there, through Della Roggia.
We will wave very quickly. We will wave quickly Matt over the line there as he takes the win. Another win, 2 in 2 at ART Academy. Bertie though has got Dog right on his heels there for P3 heading through the final turn.
Coming around the Parabolica, and it is going to be Bertie taking P2 here, barring any last second disconnects. And it is indeed Bertie P2, Dog taking last podium position.
I do believe, I think that might well have been the order that Hockers predicted. So Hockers, if you are still tuned in, good job.
Nicely done, Hockers.
Should be a comfortable P4 there for Chris Charles, Kakalele as well in P5. Colin, I think he's just about going to hold off Urban Fire. Well, Kakalele, no, he's out of fuel.
Oh, he's run out of fuel. He has indeed. He goes wide off into the gravel exit of the Parabolica and he collects Golon.
Colin has been collected. Urban Fire's going to head past him up to P6. I don't know if there's enough there to take Colin on the line. He's losing time, hand over fist, but he should keep
damage,
it.
But he gets away with it and does keep P5.
Oh, and Tillywing's taking Kakalele right on the line.
Oh, that's really unfortunate for Kakalele.
Kakalele down to P8.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Zielinski finishes his race in P9. Voodoo also still managed to run out of fuel after topping up. What's happened there?
Oh, what's happened there? It seems our two American drivers really having trouble with the fuel tonight.
But I know gas is cheaper out in the USA, but maybe he just didn't have enough left on his bank account there. That's put him into P10. And Matthew Francis
says no.
Exactly. Matthew Francis bringing it home P11 and Keeney, I think, finishing the race a lap down. Your winner for tonight, though, as seen last time, Matt237.
By 17.6 seconds. That is an enormous gap to win by.
Check some of our comments here. We've got JRM saying evening or would have been here sooner, but trying to beat Squid's time trial. So he's referring to the 2 weekly time trial, the one that's the Honda NSX around Daytona. I had a crack at that this morning,
yes.
and JRM messaged me straight away once I set my time, saying, "Of course you've beaten me."
Yeah, that sounds like the sort of thing JRM would do.
Well, I think JRM things normally entail slamming into barriers and not having a very good time, but he set a pretty decent time on that, I must say. We've got some nice comments as well here from V12, Lays and Lenitsky saying, love the commentary, well done. So we're glad you enjoyed it, guys. But again, don't just thank me as well. Dalton's been fantastic tonight for his first commentary outing, and please leave some support in the comments if you want to see him again soon. We'd love to have him on again.
No, this is all down to your tutelage. You've been quite the mentor so far. So huge thanks to you for everything you've done so far, especially with the wider ART community.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm just doing my bit, doing what I love, loving what I do. So I guess then, to wrap this one up then, we've got big congrats to Matt there in the comments from Daddy Mike as well. So good race for Matt, and I'm not sure we'll see Matt in the academy for very long, because he's clearly, I think, doing quite well for himself here.
Yeah, he's quite fast compared to everyone else. I think we'll see some ART tags in front of his name very soon.
I'm very much looking forward to that. Lays in the comments, they're saying, go on Dalton, you did awesome, mate, and I do agree. Awesome job.
Thank you very much, Lays. Much appreciated.
I think with that said then, again, apologies for the stream going down earlier. Thank you there to V12 who did spot it, otherwise we'd have been talking to ourselves for a good 5 or 10 minutes. But we're going to wrap this one up then. So thanks you all for tuning in. And thanks Dalton for thanks Dalton for sticking out with us tonight.
Thank you, Squid.
And we'll see when the next one is. Not too sure when that is, but subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and we'll see you for the next one. Take care, guys.
Have a good one.